Necesito aprender a hablar porque es muy importante
So
inglés.
English is important for me. I need to be able to speak English with the people I work with, and first, just to be able to look for work.
Vengo a la escuela para
To be able to
prepararme
prepare myself in the future to be a U.S. citizen.
It's very energizing because these students come to us and they're very motivated to learn. You know, they work very, very hard.
Where do they live?
My sisters, they live in Guatemala, and my brothers, one brothers live in Shelton, and two brothers live in Seattle.
Their original need was to learn English, not go on to college or anything else. They wanted to learn English well enough that they could advance in their position or go on to a better job. At Sound Learning, our motto is to educate adults to be equipped to succeed and contribute to society. We do that by offering 4 programs. Our first program is the Adult Basic Education Program. This program provides adult basic education that includes GED preparation classes, high school diploma for those 21 years and older, and adult basic skills. Our second program is English for speakers of other languages. We provide 5 levels of English classes, beginning with level 1 for speakers that have no English skills in reading, writing, listening, or speaking, to level 5 for speakers that are advanced. This helps them move ahead in their jobs and in their school. Our third program is a very unique program in Thurston County. It provides services for all of our programs, but on a different level. We have one-on-one tutoring and very small classes. We provide adult basic education, GED preparation, high school 21, English for speakers of other languages, and citizenship. Our fourth program is citizenship tutoring. We provide one-on-one tutoring for those wanting to get their citizenship in Mason and Thurston County.
So if you open the class norms document, and you guys in the back should be able to see, once you click through, you should have something that looks like this.
But the students that I work with are called basic skills because they're already proficient in speaking English. So I work with the people who are either native English speakers or who have learned enough English to be in class with native English speakers and be able to make progress. One of their goals is to be able to work with their children to help them do their homework, to be able to understand what their children are learning in school. They would like to be, effective parents so that their children have a positive educational experience and not a failed one like they did. A failed educational experience is an educational experience where a student either didn't complete and get a certification, or they didn't learn what they needed to learn to take away from that experience and get a job or go to college or go to training.
Students in our ABE program, as it's titled, most of them are pursuing a GED or a high school 21 diploma, which would be their high school or their secondary school diploma that will allow them to move on to a training program or college or a better job. There's a lot involved with that, a lot of topics and content that has to be covered: social studies, science, math, English, all of the things that you would think of in high school. So with math, there's a lot of not just doing numbers, there's a lot of critical thinking, working with visual math and graphs and charts, and really understanding how to work their way through mathematics as if they are more advanced, as opposed to just adding and subtracting. We also work with, in all of our programming and all of the content, with the reading apprenticeship program, to help people understand how expert readers are expert and what we do to be expert, and then practice skills that help them be able to read better. It's definitely a program where everything is layered and contextualized so that when you're done with us, you have a diploma, but you also have an idea of what you want to go do next and how to get there.
Playing cards. Cards. Yep.
Question: how many people do you see here? How many people? Three. You say he?
In our English language program, we serve levels 1 to 5, which starts at the most beginning level. We often get people who speak no English at level 1, and that goes all the way up to level 5, which is considered high intermediate. And at that level, people are more fluent and able to carry on a conversation and working on developing their reading and writing skills as well.
I work 5 days a week. How many hours a day do you work? I work 5 hours a day. Yeah.
75% of the have less than 9 years of education in their home country. And so what we find very commonly is that with writing, for example, people don't regularly use periods at the end of a sentence or capital letters. And so even those really basic aspects of writing are things that we're introducing people to and practicing with them from the moment they get started in our program, really at any level. And other aspects of employment language that we practice are English for on-the-job communication. So for example, instructions in different industries that you might hear if you work in landscaping, for example, or if you work in more of a factory setting. Being able to talk about schedules with your employer, or just being able to clarify if there's a problem and you don't understand everything that you just heard. So we spend a lot of time on that really practical communication on the job that people need, and I think our students really appreciate that. So a lot of our students, I think, are thinking about the future, and they're also thinking about the present. They also know that they have certain needs for English right now that are really urgent, and we want to make sure that when we teach, we're addressing their immediate needs and their future goals.
Our students in Thurston County don't meet in a specific place. We meet at public places because we don't have enough space. So what we do is that we meet at public places like the library, church, coffee shops. This is very convenient for the students and for the tutors, so we can accommodate the schedules.
The students are late.
Right.
One of our students, Maria Teresa, is a counselor with the state, and she needs to pass a test every year. She's meeting now with her tutor at a grocery store. She's working on getting ready for the exam, and she also wants to improve her speaking skills so she can communicate better with English speakers at work. And they're currently working on grammar, sentence structure, so that can help her to speak even better.
Find the additional amount she has to say.
One of our students who just graduated from the High School 21 Plus program, she's working on getting ready to start college, but she's lacking some of the math skills, so now the tutor is working with her so she can pass the entry test at SPSCC.
Each star is one state.
We just started our citizenship program, and we are very happy because every year we have new US citizens. We have another student from Senegal, Jao, who's actually working with her teacher to get ready to pass the High School 21 Plus program. She's working on reading, writing, and sentence structure.
Yes, catching a cold is to get sick with a cold.
We also have a group of English as a second language people from Vietnam, from Mexico, who are actually meeting at the church. They're working basically on improving their skills to talk to doctors and to communicate better in the community.
Bathing. I am bathing.
But we provide training and support to people, and we really value that people bring a diversity of work experience and life experience to the role of being a volunteer. And what we find is that there's some really neat connections that are made between individuals in the program, between volunteers and students, that you might not even predict, because someone has the kind of experience that can lend a hand to someone else in the program that you didn't even realize initially when you set them up.
We serve an average of 180 to 225 students per year. It's amazing to think that we have had about 6,000 to 7,000 adults go through our programs during the course of our 26 years. We started out as Mason County Literacy, and we changed our name in 2010 to reflect what we do, which is we help people learn.
Have you ever felt like everybody's having a conversation and you don't have any idea what they're talking about and you feel left out? So imagine feeling like that all of the time. So when students come here, they're getting better at reading and writing and math, they're working towards a diploma, but they are also learning how to learn for themselves and becoming a part of that societal conversation that we all have, recognizing the references that people make. And understanding, if they hear somebody say, oh, James Madison, father of the Constitution, they know what that person's talking about. And that's better than winning the lottery. That's not feeling like an outsider anymore.
Throughout this video, we have shown you how we meet our mission of educating adults to be equipped to succeed and contribute in society. But it comes with a cost. It takes between $200,000 and $250,000 a year to operate our programs in Mason and Thurston counties. We cannot complete our mission without your help, not only with additional volunteer support, but with donations of financial support as well. Please help us continue our important work. We can't do it without you. Thank you very much for your support.